What's going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Toys, and today we are going to be taking a look at Tomy's The Good Dinosaur Tyrannosaurus Rex Nash. Now, Nash is part of the film The Good Dinosaur, and it's a Pixar presentation that came out in 2015, I believe. Uh, Not the best movie, but I've seen it a few times, and the more I watch it, the more it grows on me, because at first I really didn't like that film. But the last few times I've watched it, it's actually kind of grown on me, just because I like the characters that are in the film. Not the movie itself, but the characters is what really kind of drew me into. And plus, I really love the figures that Tomy Toys has made for this particular line. I did buy Nash like back in 2022, I believe, on eBay, and he didn't come in a package or anything. He was just sold as is, and it took me a long time to finally find him because he was actually a very hard to find figure. And I didn't really start collecting these the Good Dinosaur figures probably until I want to say 2018, I believe. Yeah, around that time, I believe 2017, 2018, I think. But anyways, but yeah, it took me a long time to really track him down. So he's like one of the top three hard figures to find. But I'm finally glad I have him in the collection, so I can complete my Tyrannosaur family, which we'll go over here in a little bit. But yeah, very happy to have Nash in the collection. So let's go ahead and get started. So, like I said, this is Nash, and he's part of the Tyrannosaur family in the film The Good Dinosaur, along with his father Butch and sister Ramsey. And so he is the fattest, or the fatter of the two. Really overweight. As you can tell, he's obese. And I really do like the color of this. It's yellowish plastic. You can tell this was casted in the yellow plastic. And this figure has been played with, so you can tell it's because of the scratch marks and the play wear, stuff, which is fine. It's what you're supposed to do. These are toys. So, but like I said, I'm really happy to have him in the collection, and I got him for really cheap too, because normally he goes for a lot of money, probably about $35-$40 and up, and but I got him under $20 shipping, and plus shipping, he was like plus. Ugh. I got him with shipping probably about under $20, I think, but anyways. But yeah, like I said, he was made out of this yellow plastic, and you could tell that the legs and the tail are a separate piece, as far as how the detail is and stuff. So, and you could tell the leg was painted, as far as painted with this yellowish color. But I believe he was casted out of this brown plastic, and but the hind legs part right here was painted yellow. And then the spots were painted on too. And then, of course, the feet are a separate piece too as well. So you can tell that this was painted because look, the rub on the feet or on the claws. So let's see if we can get a good look at that. There we go. Yeah, you can tell the paint rub. So this was actually a yellow plastic, but they painted the feet. I wish that they did the claws, but hey, see, Mattel's not the only one that skimp out on the claws, and this is a newer figure too. This is one of the newer figures, But anyways, and then the tail right here, you can tell it's a separate piece too as well. As far as that goes. Let's see if we can't focus in on that tail, and it was made out of this yellow plastic, of course, and you can tell it was spray painted, the top part brown and stuff. And then you got a little bit of spray paint here. So overall, bits and pieces were hand painted and then spray painted a little bit too as well. As you can tell, it's all faded out right here. Get the dark brown here, and then you kind of lightly fade in to the yellow right here. So, not too bad. So, when we compare the other ones to this one, we'll see the difference. Because, that's a separate piece, and then the arms are a separate piece. And then the yellow, the belly, spray painted white here. Get the white that creamy underbelly right here, from down here all the way to here. And then as far as the head sculpt goes, I do like the eyes. The eyes look great. And you could tell that, they're not wonky or anything, that they're looking right at you. So that's how you do your eyes right there. And, yeah. And then as far as detail goes on the body, smooth right here. But then you can tell it's got all the texturing right there as far as, the back of the head and neck. And it goes all the way down here through the tail. So the texturing on some of it's kind of got that rough texturing. And, you can tell they did it here on the legs too, on the hind legs as well. The texturing right there. So it's just like a little bit right there. It's got that rough texturing. And then it's all smooth down there. So then as far as the head goes, again, it's all smooth a little bit. But then you can tell it's got a little bit of texturing here on the nose, and then on the lower jaw right there. So, not too bad. And it's got a little smooth right there, here, and then here a little bit on the neck. So, then it's got the nostrils right there. And then as far as the teeth goes, looks good. And then you got the pink tongue right there. And you can tell they got the gums all up in there, pink gums, and on the upper side, and then on the lower side here. So, not a bad job. And you can tell I kind of missed the gum line here in the back. But you got all that coloring right there. So, yeah. Such a good figure. And so, as far as the way of articulation goes, tail doesn't really have much of an articulation, just slight. And then as far as the feet goes, forwards and backwards, you probably wouldn't be able to go all the way back. About at there it stops. And then here, right there. Then as far as the feet go here, there's no feet articulation. You can tell it's a different color in here, as far as that goes. And then the arm, not much, just up and down. Just because of the way that's designed, And then as far as the jaw goes, closes like that. It's got the hinge right all the way up to here, and then opens. So, it doesn't close all the way flush, but you can close it, and just kind of slowly but surely it's just the way the teeth are and the design and how they have the gums. So it does have a little gap right there, so you can close it, but over time it's just going to keep on just kind of slowly. Maybe just this one, the hinges isn't as strong, but it has been played with, so that's to be expected. So, but yeah, I really love this figure. I'm very happy to have it in the collection. Right, so let's go ahead and do some comparisons. Alright. So first off, we're going to bring out Nash's father, Butch, who was voiced by Sam Elliott. Wonderful actor. I don't know who voices Nash, but I do know that Butch was voiced by Sam Elliott. So, my first introduction to Sam Elliott, I believe, was Lonesome Dove miniseries. But, yeah, so you could tell that this figure is a little bit bigger. Of course, he's supposed to be a little bit bigger because, he is the father. And so as far as height goes, so as far as weight, no, I think Butch is still a bit bigger, even that Nash is a little bit obese, you know. Butch is a little bit bigger. So you could tell the difference as far as the plastic use, you know, and you could tell that this separate plastic and how different vastly the color is, you know, as far as detail goes. And then the feet, you know, totally different tone of color, because you can tell that even though that's pretty much painted on, but the plastic and the paint matches. You know, here it doesn't. So, but yeah, I do like that. I do like the way it looks, you know. So let me know what y'all think. All right, so let's go ahead and move Butch out the way, and let's bring in his sister, Ramsey. All right, so there she is, along with her brother, Nash. So let me know what y'all think of that. You know, you can tell it's a lot different coloration too. She's a lightly colored, you know, and she has a little bit of yellowing on her stomach, you know. Then her feet are a little bit more white. Look at that little bit of spray paint right there. So that's good. And then as far as that goes, a little bit darker there on the tail part. You know, she's got a little bit, you know, dark brown on her back, but not as dark as Nash. So the color contrast of these two figures is vastly different, you know. But yeah, she is the sister. You could tell her snout's longer, his is a little bit more rounder. So, alright, let's go ahead and bring in Butch one more time so we can get a shot of the whole family. So there we go. That looks good. So very happy to have these in the collection, you know, as far as the movie goes. These are probably the better figures of the movie line of the Good Dinosaur, in my opinion. So, really do like that a lot. And that is it. That is the review of this figure of Nash from the Good Dinosaur. So, hope you all enjoyed the review as much as I did filming it. And let me know in the comments below what you think. And don't forget, where's the wisdom? Buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it.